Welcome to a special breaking news alert. I am your host, Money Mike, and we just got a big shakeup in the 2018 NFL Draft. Basically, at this point, you can throw away your mock drafts because I'm pretty sure most people thought the 49ers would be drafting a quarterback or, at the very, very least, paying a lot of money for Kirk Cousins when he is a free agent next March. But that will not be the case. They will be paying a quarterback, but it's not Kirk Cousins. The San Francisco 49ers have traded for New England Patriots quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. And the best part here, and this really boggles my mind here, the 49ers only gave up a second round pick to get Jimmy from New England. I don't know what the Patriots' asking price was back in the draft, but if they just took a high second round pick for Jimmy now, I would think the Bears or the Browns or one of the QB-needy teams back in April would have made that deal in a heartbeat. Bears probably would have avoided the whole Mitchell Trubisky thing. And then the Browns, well, they want to have Deshaun Kaiser and want to be in a position right now to kind of be drafting Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, whoever the top quarterback will be next year. But here we are in end of October, and all it took to get Jimmy Garoppolo from the Patriots was a high second round pick. And right now the 49ers are 0-8, and basically, barring some turnaround with Jimmy under center, that this second round pick that the Patriots are getting is basically another first round pick. And so in response to the trade, the 49ers have cut veteran quarterback Brian Hoyer to make room for Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I think it's very likely that Hoyer returns to New England. There's already a lot of speculation there that he will return to New England, and that Hoyer does have interest in returning to New England. And currently, the Patriots, as of this trade, does not have a backup quarterback. They only have Tom Brady atop the depth chart. As we know, back in the summer during the preseason, the Patriots traded Jacoby Brissett to the Colts. And so far, without Andrew Luck, Jacoby Brissett has let's just say, he hasn't done well. They have won a game with him, but just say right now, the Patriots certainly won that deal. But I know a lot of teams see potential in Jimmy as a franchise quarterback. So, it is very interesting here that they were able to get him for just a high second round pick. And you have to ask yourself here, when you look at the state of the Jaguars, they are a good team defensively. They're really a surprise team here, and it makes me wonder, and it should make Jaguars fans wonder too, why didn't the Jaguars get in on this and move on from Blake Bortles and try to increase their chances of being in the playoffs with Jimmy under center for the rest of the season here? That's certainly one place I think that would have been a good spot or a good trade partner there. You look at the Browns. The Browns, again, every year it's a broken record with the Cleveland Browns. Every year we say they need a quarterback, and every year it's same old. They always need a quarterback. and they have all these draft picks. They've been trading down. They've got all these draft picks. So why didn't they try to do something with them and get Garoppolo? It's so very interesting here how New England outsmarted everybody here with this trade. And again, I say that because, again, I don't know what the asking price was back in April during the draft, but it's very interesting how things worked out, per se. Now, on the other hand, for Jimmy, this means he went from 6-2 to being on an 0-8 team. And now the entire league circle has just spun into a whole other different direction, because now you have Kirk Cousins being a free agent next year. Now where does he land? Because obviously with Jimmy Garoppolo here, he's a free agent at the end of the year. Do they give him the tag next year, or do they give him a big contract up front here and say, here's $80-90 million over 5 or 6 years. Now go out there and win us some games. We saw that Jetty York made a big commitment to Kyle Shanahan and general manager John Lynch, giving them a 6-year contract, which is very rare that a owner would lock up a GM and coach together like that for that long. So now the NFL quarterback carousel has spun, and now it will be very interesting to see the dominoes that fall because of this trade. Where does Kirk Cousins end up next year now? If the 49ers have a quarterback, who are they going to target in the draft? And again, if you had the 49ers taking a quarterback in your mock draft, and I know, I know it's only October, but believe me, people do mock drafts throughout the whole year. People would have it in the preseason. But point being is this: your whole mock just got out of sync, out of date, if you had the Niners taking a quarterback. But this is also a big win, because if you look at the projected draft order, you have the Browns up top, number 1. You have the Niners number 2, and a lot of people thought maybe that's where they would follow up with a quarterback after the Browns. But now you have the Giants at 3, who very well could be looking at getting Eli Manning's successor. And so this trade might have just gave the Giants their next franchise quarterback if they do end up picking 3rd overall in the final draft order. You have the Jets at 6. They can now be a trade partner to leap over the Giants. You have a lot of things now that, depending how the final order goes, and I'm just going off what the current order is, that we could see a big domino effect that starts in March, or that starts now with this trade, continues in March with where Kirk Cousins ends up in free agency, all the way to see how the 2018 NFL Draft will shake out. I think the big thing here is the 49ers are hoping that they have now found their quarterback of the future, and that they can now build the rest of the team in order to kind of surround Jimmy with a good team around him to give him the best chance to succeed. He's definitely not going to start this week against the Cardinals. I do think probably, if I had to guess, looking at the next, he's not going to start against the Cardinals. He very well could start against the Giants in Week 10 if he learns Kyle Shanahan's offense. But they do have a bye of Week 11, so they could very well wait until after their bye in week 12 and start him against the Seahawks in week 12. And now the NFL season just took a twist that nobody saw coming. So, what do you guys think of this trade? Who won this trade? Did the Patriots just outsmart everybody again? Did they just outsmart the 49ers into thinking they got a franchise quarterback? Or will Jimmy be the exception to the Patriots quarterbacks that actually go on to succeed and have a good career? Because we've seen it in the past where, you look at Matt Castle, the year Brady got hurt, coming off the Super Bowl in 2008. Matt Castle played extremely well, and that got him a big contract, and that got him the Patriots a second-round pick, coincidentally. So it's going to be interesting to see if Jimmy can be the exception to the whole entire, system that the Patriots have, and if he will be a good fit for Kyle Shanahan. But that remains to be seen. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I've been your host, Money Mike. I will have more trade deadline news tomorrow as it comes. I will talk about Dwayne Brown going to the Seahawks. There are rumors about the Colts. It's not a yard sale per se, but the Colts do have a couple names on the trade block that could shake up the NFL if the deals are done before the deadline. I'm your host, Money Mike, and I'll see you tomorrow talking trade deadline.